it wasn't quite an easy task for the Congress High Command to really stitch the party together or stitch the government together in Rajasthan. This was a last-ditch effort that they tried their best to try and convince Sachin Pilot, but it appears finally Sachin was convinced. How was he convinced? Why did he get so convinced after a month? Eventually, after all that fallout, Sachin Pilot is now coming back home. Ghar wapasi, if we can call it. Looks like the inside track of Pilot's return. Let's take a detailed look at what really went by on how he was convinced. Priyanka Gandhi, of course, spoke to Sachin Pilot at length. In fact, we hear that on July 12th is when Priyanka spoke to Pilot's father-in-law, Farooq. She, of course, went through his wife's father. She tried to convince him, speaking through family members. And then you have, after that, Priyanka Gandhi then speaking to Pilot's mother. That's also a straw that she pulled to try and get the family members a little sensitized about the situation, and that Sachin Pilot will be accommodated, try to convince Sachin Pilot through his family members, first his father-in-law, then his mother. And then, of course, you had the Congress biggies there. Kapil Sibal, Chidambaram, Karti Chidambaram, all speaking to Sachin Pilot, trying to pacify him, trying to bring him back into the party fold. And then talks even halted after alleged poaching audio tape that surfaced. Remember, there was an audio tape that surfaced where Sachin Pilot camp MLA was heard speaking about money exchange, speaking of poaching of MLAs, all of that. Those allegations then snowballed, escalated to a point where talks then halted completely because there was that much animosity between Sachin Pilot and the Congress entirely. And then, of course, rebels there suffering a big blow after the High Court breather for 6 of the former BSP MLAs. The High Court gave a breather for 6 BSP MLAs for joining the Congress party. In fact, there was a petition that was filed by the BJP saying that the merger of BSP MLAs with the Congress was illegal, but the High Court gave these BSP MLAs a breather, and that came as a blow to Sachin Pilot and camp, because then Gehlot was indifferent considering he had the numbers. August 9th, you had Priyanka Gandhi approaching Pilot through again the Abdullahs. Remember, you have Sachin Pilot's wife, who is the family member of the Abdullahs, in fact, Farooq Abdullah's daughter. And here is Priyanka Gandhi there and the Gandhi family trying all their last strings to bring back Gehlot into their camp. And Abdullahs were the link to pacify him, is what we believe. On August 9th, Pilot then invited to meet the Gandhis and promised redressal. In fact, this is exactly what had happened. Finally, Sachin Pilot was asked to come and meet. There were several occasions that they were supposed to meet, but that fell through because of the anger that was brewing to such an extent. And finally, he did meet with them, and Pilot was reminded by the Congress about family ties and limited rebel numbers that Sachin had. Therefore, the only option was for him to come back. But nonetheless, as much as we know all of this, Sachin Pilot is said to have placed his demands before the Congress High Command, which we're trying to find out as yet what those demands are. It appears to have, in fact, the Congress High Command appears to have agreed in some way or the other for Sachin Pilot to come back.
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.